What is up, guys? I almost forgot I had a YouTube channel. We're doing some stuff here on the hot side, and I thought I'd start the video at this point. Hot. It's very hot. That little pipe that I was working on, I cut down. Now we're gonna cut down a bit of this, and hopefully we can get the passenger side finished in this video. And the driver's side too, actually, for what it's worth, because that's pretty simple. If you haven't seen the last video, make sure to check that out so you can get up to date on everything. The truck made it here. The truck is good. Didn't explode or overheat or anything on the way. So now we can work on this again. I'm pretty stoked about that. So here we go. Sometimes the best way forwards is taking a step backwards. So we undid these tack welds here. We just hit the undo button right here. And now we're just turning it a little bit. You can see where we had the white marks. And just that little bit, Clayton, if you move it to and fro, it changes the end angle that much. So we're hoping that little bit will be enough to make it fit, because we got the other little piece pretty damn close. It would have just been a matter of putting a pie cut in there to make it fit, but this will be a little cleaner. Yeah, welder time. At this point, the passenger side, hot side, is pretty much done. If we fit this pipe here, you can see nice tight gaps. That's exactly how we want it to be there. And you can see there, that's the gap that's left. So basically, it just needs a pie cut. So I began working on this. This was a piece that came off of one of the other pipes that we cut, but it's in the pie shape. So I'm just trying to get it to fit the way it needs to. Basically, the thin part of this needs to be really thin. And I measured at which point it was enough to fill the gap in between there. And on the calipers, it was, I don't know why I'm gonna show you guys this, but just for representation, 2.7, it was 2.75, but whatever. It has to be about like that on the big end of this. This video is gonna end up continuing because I wanna make this the final video of the hot side tacking together. And that's obviously not gonna get done tonight. It's already pretty late. Me and Clayton ended up watching something on TV, killed a bunch of time, but that's okay. All right, so here's your end of the night update, guys. This is what I've been messing with for the last little bit. Just trying to get this little pie cut on there, but I'll show you how it fits in here. And down the hole there, if you can see, it's right there. It's a little dark in there, but hopefully you guys can see. It's butted up there too. So now with this piece, we're pretty much done the passenger side. It's gonna be tight to fit the driver's side. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. That's something we're gonna figure out the next time we're here, which is gonna be right now. Pajama Pants Posse.
Pajama party.
Here we are, guys, again. It's been like a week since I left off, but right now, I just finished denting the shit out of this pipe. We're gonna lose about 5 horsepower right there, but it's gonna allow it to fit right in there. Wow. Look at that. I'm not holding it right now, but yeah, it's gonna fit nice and tight like that. And then we just have to cut it so it's straight here. Connect it to that one with some straight, and then we're done. Woo!
You're super enthusiastic.
That's some of my super enthusiasm for you guys. You can see the passenger side here. Got that tacked in place, so that's all.
Tacked? I thought that was final welded.
Yeah, not yet, but it's getting there. Give you guys a look-ski there. But anyways, that's where we are, and then in this video, I guess we'll basically have it tacked up and finished. I was trying to get a GoPro 7 today, which is gonna be great because it upgrades like your eyes, basically, how you guys watch them. Permanent eye upgrade, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, but they're sold out everywhere. If you don't know, they went on sale. They're cheaper now. They went from like $530 to $450. So
coming out with a new one?
Possibly soon. Yeah, it's gonna be sweet. 6K, 40p.
6K? I never heard of it.
All right, so at this point, we basically just gotta get a straight piece that's gonna fit in between those two, and it's done. One piece away. But right now, just ran into a small issue, how the pipes are gonna be so close together there. I figured we should probably weld that up right now. You won't really be able to get to it once this pipe is in place, and I don't want to just have to fill that big area with weld blobs. So without gas, we're gonna put the Lincoln welder to the test, and should work fine. Then I'll grind it down, and at least it's sealed in there. Since I gotta weld that little bit up, I'm gonna take this part out with the merge. So this is gonna be the first test with trying to get this out with the studs on there. We're planning to cut those out. Cut them out. Armagard. Our plan is to take the studs out of the stock exhaust manifolds and just use a nut and bolt in the future, so then it should be easy to take out that way. Alright, so after a couple, after a couple passes with the welder, I was able to get it to this point, grinding it down with the flap wheel. There's a little bit of, you know, not perfectness and holes in there, but nothing that goes through, according to Rob's eyes and the light. So we're gonna go with that. So now this is ready that I can weld this or tack this other piece in place. We won't have to weld in there, and then we can figure out the straight piece. So I got the next piece fitted onto the merge now. It turned out pretty good. I just thought it looked kind of cool like this, so I'd show you guys. I had to clearance it a bit there. I'm sure that's like 50 horsepower loss there, that little dent. But the good part is, you can see here, I should still easily be able to weld in there. Like, that's a lot of room to get in there, and the same here, which was gonna be the other problem area. It kind of worked out good how they were staggered in the end, I think, as well. But I'm gonna throw this back in the car, and then we just gotta make this straight piece fit in between there and there, and we can call her done. And just like that, it's all done. Just gotta do a little more fitting, and it actually will be done, but that's basically how it's gonna go. Looking good to me. This is where we are currently. I've been just trying to get this straight piece to fit, which is easier said than done. I don't know if this was really the easiest way to do this, but at this point I got it super close, just a little more fitting to do, and then I'll be able to tack that in place. Stuff like this can get really tedious. This whole thing really is pretty tedious. It's exciting because it's my first one, but at the same time, it's a lot of the same things. Cutting the pipes, been really anal about making sure they're smooth inside there, using the air tool to do that. So I figure with stuff like this, if you can make it a little better by just a little more time or effort, I'm always for that. For car stuff like this, I mean, it probably won't gain any power from that little bit less flow resistance, but we're here, so. I'm using a mask that doesn't have a auto darkening visor, so I just blink. Yeah, that didn't do shit all, did it? Fuck. Lots of this stuff is really tricky to do whilst holding yourself. That's okay. And it's also hard to get this perfect and hold it exactly there when you're welding. Problems of a noob. That's better. Fucking done. The gap ended up being really good too, as you can see in here. Like, lots of this kit I really could TIG weld how close it ended up being, but MIG welding is... When I was making that piece, I was worried that I cut it too short for a little bit, but I guess just by changing the angle here, I was able to kind of make it work again. Wow. I kind of got to take a moment here and just realize what just happened, what I've done. I can't speak, but really, like, it's my first Hotside that I've built. I haven't, like, fabricated anything near this level. You see my shitty bodywork, but this is kind of a whole new thing. And it might not seem like a lot to some of you, and I know lots of people can do this shit. I'm not special, but it's cool. It's good to see it finished. I'm gonna go around and tack weld just try to get another good one on each joint, kind of lock her in place, And this thing will be ready to take off, take the robs, and do the finish welding on. And then next up, we got the cold side. There you have it, guys. The finished product. It's like 2 in the morning right now, so excuse me if I'm not the most enthusiastic I've ever been. But I'm just gonna try to get a thumbnail of this for the video that'll be about this, which this will be the ending of this, and this video of this.
What the fuck did I say?
This was definitely a fun project to do, even though it was a bit tedious at times. I got a lot of experience, and that's kind of the most important thing in my opinion, because if I ever have to do this again, theoretically, I should be able to do it a lot faster and make it easier on myself. Not that this was super tricky, but it's done, guys. Look, it's done.
I guess my mind is going again.
There's probably some more stuff I could say about doing it or whatever, but that'll be it for tonight. So like, comment, subscribe. Fuck.
I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying.
So like I said, the next step will be finish welding all this together, and then we'll get on to the cold side, which should be a lot less fabrication and more just kind of putting things together. If you're unaware, this car has an air-to-water intercooler. It'll be behind the dash in there, so the cold side piping is going to go from the turbo around here into there and around and out, but that's a story for another day. I wasn't actually sure if I was going to be able to get this thing off the car with the way the exhaust manifolds have studs on them, and this has only so much room to move, but came off. Probably mostly because this donut fitting on the one side that helps it wiggle a lot. But yeah, if you didn't see in the other episodes, you can check them out, how I made this cool merge, and we'll be on this again next SonicStang episode. I hope it's been a little educational for you guys. I gotta say the typical YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe. Supporting the channel really helps with my motivation for one, but also you're helping yourselves when you think about it, because the more bigger we get and the more better the content will be. It's 2 in the morning. Bye.
No more.